Let's talk about CoolSculpting, what it actually does, what it doesn't do, and who this treatment realistically makes sense for. CoolSculpting is one of the most heavily marketed, non-invasive fat reduction procedures available today. You see it everywhere. Online, in med spas, and across social media, often positioned as an easy solution for stubborn fat. This video is not a transformation story and not a sales pitch. The purpose of this video is consumer education. For this review, I personally underwent a CoolSculpting treatment in order to accurately document the process, the sensations during treatment, the recovery period, and the results over time. This procedure was undertaken for educational review and content documentation purposes as part of Lvely Living. Procedures like this can vary widely from person to person, which is why first-hand documentation is important when evaluating whether they are actually worth the cost. This video focuses on how CoolSculpting works, what outcomes are realistic, and who should and should not consider it. CoolSculpting is a non-invasive fat reduction treatment that uses controlled cooling, also known as cryolipolysis, to target fat cells beneath the skin. Fat cells are more sensitive to cold temperatures than surrounding tissue. When exposed to specific controlled cooling, fat cells crystallize. Over the following weeks, the body gradually processes and eliminates those treated fat cells through natural metabolic pathways. One important clarification right away: CoolSculpting is fat reduction, not weight loss. The scale does not meaningfully change from this procedure. You are not shrinking fat cells or losing body weight overall. You are reducing the number of fat cells in a targeted area. That distinction matters, because unrealistic expectations are the main reason people end up disappointed with this treatment. CoolSculpting works best for individuals who are already close to their goal weight, who exercise regularly, and who maintain a reasonable diet, but still have localized fat deposits that do not respond to lifestyle changes. Common treatment areas include the lower abdomen, flanks or love handles, inner or outer thighs, upper arms, the submental area under the chin, and occasionally the back or bra line. If someone is looking for significant weight loss or full body reshaping, CoolSculpting is not an appropriate option. From a process standpoint, during treatment, an applicator is placed over the targeted area. The applicator uses suction to pull the tissue into the device, followed by controlled cooling. During my own treatment, the initial sensation was a strong pulling and pressure, followed by intense cold. Within several minutes, the area became numb, which significantly reduced discomfort for the remainder of the session. Treatment sessions typically last between 35 and 60 minutes per area, depending on the applicator used. Immediately after the applicator is removed, the treated area is usually firm and cold. A manual massage is performed to help break up the frozen fat cells. This massage phase can be uncomfortable, but it is brief. After treatment, common short-term effects include redness, temporary swelling, numbness, tingling, or firmness in the treated area. These effects usually resolve gradually over days to weeks. This is not a zero downtime procedure in the sense that the body does undergo a response phase. However, most people are able to resume normal daily activities immediately. Results from CoolSculpting are not immediate. Fat cell elimination occurs gradually over time. Early changes may be noticed around 4 to 6 weeks, with more visible results typically appearing around 2 to 3 months. This is why I'm documenting outcomes at multiple time points rather than presenting this as a one-day result. In terms of effectiveness, CoolSculpting typically reduces about 20 to 25% of fat thickness in a treated area per session. This is modest, but measurable in the right candidate. Results are localized. If fat distribution is uneven or expectations are too broad, changes may appear subtle. Cost is another major consideration. Pricing varies based on the area treated, the number of applicators used, and geographic location. Multiple sessions are often required, which can significantly increase total cost. Because of this, CoolSculpting should be evaluated as a cost-benefit decision rather than an impulse treatment. Now let's talk about limitations and risks. CoolSculpting does not tighten skin. If skin laxity is the primary concern, this procedure will not address that issue. There is also a rare but important complication known as paradoxical adipose hyperplasia, or PAH, where the treated fat area enlarges rather than shrinks. While uncommon, it is a known risk that should be discussed before treatment. CoolSculpting is also not effective for visceral fat, which is fat surrounding internal organs. It only targets subcutaneous fat beneath the skin. So who is CoolSculpting actually for? It is best suited for individuals who are already relatively lean, who have specific localized fat pockets, and who have realistic expectations about subtle contour changes rather than dramatic transformations. It is not ideal for individuals seeking weight loss, skin tightening, or rapid visible change. In future follow-up videos, I'll be sharing observations at 30, 60, and 90 days post-treatment, so viewers can see how results evolve over time and whether the changes justify the cost and effort involved. The goal of this series is not to promote a procedure, but to provide clear, practical information so people can make informed decisions. If you're considering CoolSculpting, understanding exactly what it does and what it does not do is the most important part of deciding whether it makes sense for you.